Have you ever been talking to someone while secretly watching yourself talk? You think about what to say next. You wonder if your voice sounds strange. You replay your last sentence before the other person even finishes speaking. Suddenly, a simple conversation feels like a performance. But here is the strange part. You may not have a conversation problem at all. You may simply be focusing too much on yourself. So why does your brain do this? The problem often starts with self-monitoring. During a conversation, your attention moves toward yourself. You check every word. You wonder if you sound confident. You wonder if the other person is judging you. Then another thought appears. Did that sound weird? Now part of your mind is talking. Another part is watching you talk. You are no longer focused only on the person in front of you. You are also focused on how you are performing. Because the more attention you give yourself, the less attention you have for the actual conversation. Then you start preparing your next response instead of truly listening. You search for the perfect answer. You rehearse your next sentence while the other person is still talking. Your attention becomes split, and you start missing the details that could have made the conversation easy. Maybe they mention a new job. Maybe their voice becomes more excited about something they love. Each detail gives you something to respond to. But when you are busy planning your next sentence, you can miss it. Then you give a response that feels forced. The conversation feels awkward. You may think, "See, I am bad at conversations." But that conclusion may be wrong. You may not lack social skills. You may simply be paying attention to the wrong thing. And there is a deeper reason this happens. You are also trying to control how the other person sees you. A short answer can feel like rejection. A pause can feel embarrassing. A joke that gets no reaction can feel like failure. Your brain starts judging every small moment. Then the cycle begins. Self-monitoring leads to less attention. Less attention leads to weaker responses. Weaker responses create more self-monitoring. So what should you do instead? Stop asking, "How am I doing?" Start asking, "What is happening here?" Give the other person your attention. Listen to their words. Notice their tone. Notice their energy. Notice what makes them more interested. You do not need to prepare the next 5 sentences in your head. Let their last sentence give you the next step. If they say, "I started going to the gym," you do not need a clever response. Ask, "What made you start?" Now they have something to talk about, and you have something real to respond to. This is the key shift. Instead of searching for the perfect thing to say, look for something worth being curious about. Here is one simple habit you can use in real time. When you catch yourself thinking, "What should I say?" Pause. Move your attention outward. Look at the person. Listen to their last sentence. Find one detail you genuinely want to know more about, then respond to that detail. You do not need a perfect question or a clever story. You only need to stay with what is happening right now. And remember, the goal is not to never feel awkward again. Awkward pauses will happen. Sometimes you will say the wrong thing. That is normal. The real goal is to stop turning every small moment into a judgment about yourself. Did I sound stupid? Keeps your attention on yourself. What did they mean by that? Brings your attention back to the conversation. One creates pressure. The other creates curiosity. So the next time you catch yourself overthinking a conversation, do not tell yourself to just relax. Instead, notice where your attention has gone. If it is stuck on your voice, your words, or what the other person might think, bring it back to them. Listen for one detail. Ask one real follow-up question. Then let the conversation move from there. You need to be present, because the moment you stop asking, "How am I doing?" and start asking, "What is happening with this person?" the conversation stops feeling like a performance. It becomes what it was supposed to be all along. Two people simply paying attention to each other. And that is where natural conversation begins. If you want to understand the psychology behind better communication, confidence, and human behavior, subscribe for more practical psychology videos.